NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
6-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On the stop. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, the Seattle Seahawks coming back onto the field. And, Charles, the saying around the Pacific Northwest this time of year is, let Russ cook. He's been cooking to start the year, no doubt. You can buy those T-shirts out there, by the way. But the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for Week 1, and he backed that up with his 4th career 5-touchdown game in the win over New England on Sunday, 35-30. The Pats made it tough, drove down to the 1 in the final seconds, but the defense for Seattle stood tall, stopping Cam Newton on the final play to get the victory.
Yeah, what a terrific start for the Seahawks. This division, the NFC West, how do you separate?
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. First and goal at the 1. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. On second and goal, Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a fourth and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Myers for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
At their own 25.
Minnesota Vikings, they're going to get the ball again here, but they are a team right now that has a lot of questions. 2 tough opponents to start the year. We'll give them that, but it's an 0-2 start. Their first since 2013. 28-11, they fall to Indy in week 2. Indy really dominated them, and Kirk Cousins, Charles, he had an afternoon to forget. 113 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So yeah, this team, they've been a good one the last few years. Are they looking at a potential downturn?
Well, if they continue on the track they are, yes. To me, the urgency is ramped up to where this week is that huge. They get back home facing a 2-0 Tennessee that's going to run the heck out of the ball with Derrick Henry. So that defense that they have so much pride in is really going to have a big week. And Kirk Cousins, one thing about him, he's been resilient throughout his career. After a clunker, he tends to come back and play.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
The tight end, the ball carrier, fumbled on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A throw over the middle taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
To Dalvin Cook.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of 9 yards.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Makes the score Seahawks 14.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd and 1.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Dalvin Cook.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play to get.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
27 on the play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks.
From the 38, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's the run with Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 77 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Complete to Dalvin.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Johnson. He's got it.
Cousins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
9-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, Wilson going to throw.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and it'll move the chains.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the back.